Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 plus 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 plus 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 is equal to 1. So to solve this, I'm going to first start by factoring out 3 to the power of x to the power of 3. So I get 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 times 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. And from here, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. So I get 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 times 3 is equal to 1. Now, 3 is the same thing as 3 to the power of 1. So I get 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 1 is equal to 1. And now from here, if I have something in the form a to the power of m times a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m plus n. So in this case, m is x to the power of 3 and n is 1. So I get 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 plus 1 is equal to 1. Now, to solve an equation like this, we need two bases that are the same. And in this case, we have a base of 3 and a base of 1, which are not the same. So we want to change either one of these to match the other base. So 3, well, 1 to the power of x is equal to 3. Well, 1 to the power of anything is just 1. So we can't really change 3 to be a base of 1. However, 1 we can change to be a base of 3 because 3 to the power of 0 is 1. So I get 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 plus 1 is equal to 3 to the power of 0. And now we have the same basis, so we can solve this. So if I have something in the form a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of n, this means that m is equal to n. So these exponents are going to be equal to each other. So I get x to the power of 3 plus 1 is equal to 0. Now, from here, I'm going to rewrite this as x to the power of 3 plus 1 to the power of 3 is equal to 0. And if I have something in the form a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3, this is equal to a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So in this case, a is x and b is 1. So now I get x plus 1 times x squared minus 1 times x, which is x, plus 1 squared, which is 1, is equal to 0. And this gives me two equations. I get x plus 1 equals 0, and x squared minus x plus 1 equals 0. So for x plus 1 equals 0, all I have to do is subtract 1 on both sides, and I get x is equal to negative 1. So this is one solution. And for x squared minus x plus 1 is equal to 0. To solve this, I can use a quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in this case, a is 1, b is negative 1, and c is 1. So I get x is equal to negative of negative 1 plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And b squared, in this case, is negative 1 squared, which is 1, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is also 1, all over 2a. So 2 times 1, which is 2. So now I get positive 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 minus 4 over 2. which is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of negative 3 over 2. And this has no solution, so x equals negative 1 is my only solution.